miscellaneous program enter to the computer without the knowledge of user, and it will trouble your system. One person will just sending the information. Whenever the another person wants to send their information, on that time they will press particular button. Whereas in ring topology, all the systems are connected in the format of ring shape only. Consider this is one system, here one, here one, here one. This is S1, S2, S3, S4. And it is unidirectional. Welcome back to One and All. Myself Vasanta, lecturer in computer science, Vidhyaashram, Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today, we are going to start with the revision class on networking concept chapter. Whereas in the annual exam, from this chapter, you can expect 9 marks. Because in part A, you will get 2 questions. Each question carries 1 marks. That's why 2 marks in part A. Then in part B, 1 question for 2 marks. As well as in part D, you can expect 1 question for 5 marks. Totally from this chapter, you can expect 4 questions. Total weightage of this chapter is 9 marks. Whereas on this chapter, majorly you will study regarding what do you mean by networking, the types of networking, then what do you mean by topology, how topology will work, which are the different types of communication modes here we have, then few technical terms used in networking. These are the major concept you will study on this particular chapter. Whereas when I come on the questions, what is networking? It is a interconnection of 2 or more computers that are able to exchange information is called as networking. Consider we have 2 computers or 3 computers that can be interchange their data, information, everything. That means it can able to communicate with each other. Then we can call it as networking. Then what is topology? When we go topology, it is an actual arrangement of networking computer. How networking computers are arranged here. That is, the actual appearance or layout of networking is called as topology. Next, what is communication mode? When we come on communication mode, it defines in which data can flow depending upon the type media used is called as communication mode, whether it's a simplex mode, off duplex or full duplex, on which way the communication will take place from source to destination. Regarding that, mainly in communication mode, you will come to know. Then the next question, what is hub? Whereas hub, a hardware device used to connect several computers together, is called as hub. Or the system which connects all subsystems can be called as hub here. Then bridge. What is bridge? The name itself suggesting bridge. It will connect 2 computers or 2 separate networks it will connect. A device that lets you to link 2 networks together is called as bridge here. Next, what is virus? When we come on virus, it is a miscellaneous program that requires a host and is designed to make a system sick is called as virus. It means that it's a miscellaneous program entered to the computer without the knowledge of user, and it will trouble your system. How you come to know that your system is attacked by virus? Your system will run improperly or automatically reboots itself. If I'm going to send the 1 copy, then multiple copies it will send. And here, whatever operations I'm going to give, that will respond very lately. From that, I can come to know that our system is attacked by virus. Next, for 2 marks, what are the needs of networking? Why we need this? We need this for file sharing, resource sharing, print sharing, email tools, remote access, sharing database. For this purpose, we need networking. Explain simplex communication mode. Whereas in simplex, consider this is the source and this is the destination. From source to destination, I can able to send the data or information from source to destination, but I'm not able to transfer any information from destination to source here. It's a one-way communication. For example, radio as well as TV, there we can get the information, but we are not able to send any information here, is it? No, that is nothing but simplex mode. Whereas in this simplex communication mode, on this panel, there is only one interface that is transmitted and all interface is a receiver here. Then a full bandwidth is completely for signals traveling across transmitter to receiver or receivers here. And on this channel, transmitting interface cannot receive and receiving interface cannot transmitted. Example, radio, TV. These are the example for simplex communication mode. Otherwise, you can say it's a one-way communication. From source to destination, we can able to send the data, but from destination to source, it is not possible. Next one, which are the switching technique? When you come on switching technique, there are three types: circuit switching, message switching, as well as packet switching. This message switching is also called as store and forward technique also. Next question, for 2 marks, what are the difference between LAN and WAN? When you come on types of network, there are three types: LAN, WAN, MAN. LAN stands for local area network, WAN stands for wide area network, and MAN stands for metropolitan area network. Whereas in this case, they are given the difference between LAN and WAN. Local area network, whereas WAN represents wide area network. Whereas in local area network, it covers large geographical area. And with that here LAN, for example, within the building or within the campus, we can consider. Whereas WAN, from one country to another country, we can able to exchange the information. Diameter of not more than few kilometers. Here, span entire countries we can consider. The total data rate of at least several megabytes per second. Data rate less than 1 megabytes per second. And here, complete ownership by a single organization. Here, owned by multiple organizations. Very low errors, whereas here comparatively higher error, because all over the country we are processing. Here only for limited area we are processing. That's why the error rate is also very less here. Next question, what is SIM card? Whereas SIM stands for subscriber identity model. In the mobile we are using SIM, is it no? The expansion of that SIM is subscriber identity model. From that SIM only, we can identify who is that person, what is the address, all the information on that SIM only we contain. SIM is a chip card the size of a postage stamp. A SIM is tiny computer chip that it gives a cellular device its unique phone number. It has memory, a processor, and ability to interact with the user here. Next one, what is GPRS? GPRS stands for General Packet Radio Service. Whereas GPRS are used for wireless communication using a mobile device. Wireless communication. With this service, you can access the internet, send emails and large data, read time news, download games and watch movies by using GPRS. Next one, what is network security? Because already I told you in network we can able to share the data, is it no? But there we need some security for our data. That is network security. Whereas network security is used to make sure that only legal or authorized user and programmer gain access to information resource like database. Only for authorized person the informations can be given here. Under this type of security, mechanisms like authorization, authentication, encrypted smart card, biometrics and firewalls etc. are implemented here. Next question, here if you observe this, here what is network? Mention different network goals. When we come on network, already I told you it is an interconnection of two or more computers that can able to exchange their information here. When we come on goals, the first one, resource sharing. Here the aim is to make all programmers, data and peripherals available to anyone on the network irrespective of the physical location, resource, and the user can able to share here. The whatever information, whatever data they have, that can be shared here. Reliability, that is a file can have copies on 2 or 3 different machines. If one system lost the data from another system, we can able to access the data. Then cost factor, only for installation cost it will be more, afterwards the cost is less. And communication medium, using a network, it is possible to managers or working for apart or prepare financial report of the company here. For communication purposes are the few needs of networking. Next we'll move on. The next one, explain the types of networking. Already I told you 3 types: local area network, wide area network, and one more is metropolitan area network. Whereas local area network, small computer network, and that are confined to a localized area. Whereas metropolitan area, it is in between LAN and WAN. That is, for local area network, it covers small geographical area. Whereas WAN, there from one country to another country we can able to exchange. Whereas MAN, metropolitan area network, it is in between LAN and WAN. That means from one city to another city we can able to exchange. Under this, already I told you, LAN, WAN as well as MAN. These are the 3 types of networking. Next, list the difference between simplex of duplex as well as full duplex. Whereas in simplex, from source to destination only we can able to send, but we are not able to transfer any data from destination to source. That is simplex mode communication. Example, radio, TV you can consider for this simplex. Whereas in the second one of duplex, from source to destination we can able to send the data. After sending the data, after stopping that, only we can able to send the data once again from destination to source. That means it is 2-way only, but only one transaction will take place at a time. That is off duplex. Example, walkie-talkies. If you observe on walkie-talkies, what happens? One person will just sending the information. Whenever the another person wants to send their information, on that time they will press particular button. Then later on they will send. That is walkie-talkies are the example for off duplex. And the last one is full duplex, means simultaneously from source to destination we can able to send as well as receive. Whereas in simplex only we can sending is possible. Whereas in off duplex, sending as well as receiving both is possible, but only one transaction at a time. Whereas in full duplex, simultaneously we can able to send as well as receive. Example, mobiles we can consider. These are the 3 different types of communication modes. The next question, what is topology? Already I told you, topology is nothing but the actual arrangement of networking computer. Under that we have star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, ring topology, bus topology, like that we have types of topology. First we will move on star topology. When we come on star topology, there is one center system. All the subsystems are connected to that center system only. This can be called as server system. Star topology. Here this is system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4. Here all the transaction takes place with the help of server system only. If S1 wants some data which is present in S4, then what happens? S1 send the command, I want so and so data. Then from server system, once again they will send the command to S4. Then from S4 to, once again they will send the information to server. From server to S1. It means that all the transaction takes place with the help of server system only. In star topology consists of one central node. This is a central node or server system. If a server system fails to process, then everything will fail here. This is regarding star topology. When we come on advantages, easy of service, one device per connection it requires. Then the next one, bus or linear topology. In bus topology, we have one bus line. All subsystems are connected to the bus line only. This is bus topology. For example, this is S1, S2, S3, S4. All the transaction takes place with the help of this bus line only. Only one bus we have. All systems are connected to that particular bus only. If S2 fails process, then there is no effects for the remaining system. Whereas in star topology, if server fails, then everything will stops to process. Whereas here, if any system, subsystem fails to process, then there is no effect here. That is, in bus or linear topology, for data network is the linear. This consists of single length of transmission media onto which the various nodes are connected or attached here. When they come on advantages, short cable length is required, simple wiring layout, and here resilience architecture is used, easy to extend. But when they come on drawbacks, fault diagnosis is difficult, fault isolation is difficult, repeaters configuration, nodes must be intelligent. These are the few drawbacks here. Next one, ring or circular topology. Whereas in ring topology, all the systems are connected in the format of ring shape only. Consider this is one system, here one, here one, here one. This is S1, S2, S3, S4. And it is unidirectional. If I want some data, consider S1 wants some data which is present in S4. Then what it will do, S1 send the command to S2, from S2 to S3, from S3 to S4, then from S4 to S1, the information will send here. That means in the format of ring shape, all the nodes or all the systems are connected here. If S1 fails to process, then from here we are not able to do any transaction here. When they come on advantages, short cable length, no wiring cost, space required here, suitable for optical fibers. But when they come on disadvantages, node failure causes network failure. For example, I told you if S1 fails to process, from here, from S4 to S2, I am not able to do any transaction. Difficult to diagnose faults here. Network reconfiguration is difficult here. These are the few drawbacks of ring topology. Next, when you move on to the tree topology, already I told you here all the nodes are connected in the format of tree shape. Consider we have one bus. For all that bus, we have star topology connection. That is tree topology. Then graph topology. In this topology, nodes are connected together in an arbitrary fashion and a link may or may not connected two or more nodes here. Whereas in mesh topology, all the systems are connected in direct connections here. This is S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. In mesh topology, compulsory there is a direct connection between each and every system and here complexity will be more here. If S1 wants data which is present in S4, there is a direct connection, directly they can ask and they can able to take the data here, that is mesh topology. Whereas when they come on mesh topology, each node is connected to more than one nodes to provide an alternative route in the case of the host is either down or too busy here. And mesh topology is excellent for long distance networking because it provides extensive backup here. Next question, give the measures for preventing virus. How we can able to prevent the virus? How? First of all, what do you mean by virus? Virus is a miscellaneous program entered to your computer without the knowledge of user. How you come to know that your computer is attacked by virus? Your system run very slowly. It will respond very slowly, automatically reboot. Like that, from that I can say that your system is attacked by virus. Then how to prevent that? Never use a foreign disk or CD without scanning it for virus. If you want to use any other devices, first you have to scan and then use. By that also we can able to avoid the virus. Then always scan files downloaded from the internet or other sources. Before downloading, scan the file and then download. Never boot your PC from a floppy unless you are contained that it is a virus free. Then write protects your disk here and use licensed software. From that also I can able to avoid the virus. Password protects your PC to prevent unattended modification, and install and use antivirus software. From this I can able to prevent the virus here. And it means that on this chapter you have studied what do you mean by network, which are the types of network, what do you mean by topology, what do you mean by virus, and few terms under that networking, what do you mean by bridge, router, hub, like that you have studied full definition, few technical words. With that you have studied communications. What do you mean by communication mode? Under that, simplex, off duplex, full duplex, how exactly it will work. These are the major concept you have studied. Next class once again will meet you with a new chapter. Thank you for all of you.